Hey guys, what is going on? Chichito here. Today is going to be the first video on this channel. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I've built a seven-figure roadmap, how to take us from $0 to seven figures. Let's get right into it. All right, without further ado, let's get right into the seven-figure roadmap. So this is what I'm personally doing. Okay, you guys don't have to copy this. I'm doing this primarily for documenting reasons. Okay, I want to look back at this in 10 years and I'm like, hey, look, that was a good strategy, right? I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes, and I'm just here to share what I'm doing with you guys. Maybe if you like it, feel free to adapt, and yeah, let me know what you guys do in the comment section below, and let me know. So before I start this video, we need to be on common ground. Okay, what do I mean by that? We need to understand that nobody is coming to save us. Nobody's coming to hand you $100 million. Nobody's coming to retire your mom. Okay, if you're like me and that's your ambition, nobody's coming to do it but you. Okay, every family has one person that's meant to change the financial status for history, and if that ain't you, it ain't gonna be anybody else. Okay, there's nobody coming to save us. The moment you understand that, it'll add urgency to your goals. Okay, now I am by no means a millionaire of any sort. Okay, multi-millionaire, investments guru, or anything like that. Investments are made to preserve and grow wealth, but I have something that a lot of millionaires would trade with me, which is time, right? The most valuable asset of all. And a lot of us still have lots, right? We might not be rich right now, but we have so much time. Okay, we need to invest that time into learning high income skills that produces income in order to get to those investments. Okay, so learning things like sales, learning another language, anything that getting licensed in anything. That's a great example. Getting licensed in anything, right? Financial professional, insurance professional, marketing agent, anything, real estate, personal trainer, right? Any service that people want to learn. If we're licensed, we can charge, right? Anything that produces cash flow for us to invest. So what I'm showing here in the diagram, in the roadmap, is it all starts with you, my friend. So this is where the map's going to start. So if you're like me and, the moment you finish high school, or even if you're a stud, you're working in high school, you're going to want to just get any source of income. Okay, anything that can produce money, anything that can get money into your bank account. If possible, if you can get any independent contractor work for tax purposes, right? So, let's say you have expenses of gas, new car, laptop. If you're an independent contractor, you can use the taxes that they pay you up front towards writing off your new expenses, right? Your new investments in your company, right? So that's a really good one. If you can make your first job an independent contractor work, it'd be a blessing, right? It doesn't have to be. Mine wasn't, but now it is, right? And it's a blessing. Okay, but your first job or any kind of job, you're just doing it to make income. Okay, makes sense, right? The reason that we don't have to be picky right away, I worked retail for 4 years. The reason you don't have to be picky is because we're gonna just be investing in our education. Okay. What do I mean by that? So in our education is how we grow our value to the marketplace. The marketplace is who pays us. If we invest in ourselves, we get paid more. Formula, right? The more we learn, the more we earn, right? Simple 1, 2. Okay. So we need to develop these skills. We need to develop skills. You need to increase your value by investing in things such as books, courses, coaching, but most importantly, document what you learned. Okay, I have some recommendations here for you guys. First one I like to recommend, How to Read a Book. Okay, How to Read a Book. It sounds ironic, by Werner J. Adler. Okay, Jim Rohn recommended this to me. Good friend, right? Homie OG, he's right here, his book, right? Land Inspired Life. Absolute go. How to read a book, right? It shouldn't have been a course in elementary school, high school, anything, right? Just learning how to squeeze the most out of an orange, right? How can I read a book and get the most out of it, right? So a big takeaway from this one, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. I want you guys to read it and learn it, but the best way to learn is to teach, right? I don't care like the outcome of this video. I'm just doing it to practice my skills and just get this message out there and, get better. Okay, another really good one. Now, there is a lot of conspiracy on this one, but the 48 laws of power. Learn the raw stuff, man. Learn human nature. Okay? That's a highly recommended one. It's also a really hard read. Right? People are reading easy stuff nowadays, man. Make yourself have a hard time reading. Okay? Power of Habit. Learn the power of consistency, which I'm going to go through in this presentation here. Book of Five Rings, absolute banger. Okay, you might be 20 years old, you might be 15 years old, you might be 10, you might be 30, 40. Okay, you still have lots of time, 50, 60, lots of time. If you listen to Gary Vee, he says you're good till 90. Okay, and even 90, you're still making things happen. But it's going to give you urgency. It's going to the Book of Five Rings, it's going to teach you that there's something coming. Okay, somebody's going to die. Are you ready? There's a financial crisis coming. Are you ready? There's a financial pump coming. There's financial wealth that's going to spread all across the world. Are you ready for that? The Book of Five Rings is going to teach you that urgency. Now, when it comes to mindset, Marcus Aurelius, Meditations. Now, this one, you can just read 100 times, 1,000 times, right? It's the Roman emperor. It's one of the most powerful people to ever live. And this is their journal. This is a trick into their mind, a trip into their mind. Learn what they thought, right? Amazing book. I highly recommend. I don't want to give away anything because it's just a banger, right? Now, these books are all just to learn about developing your mindset, developing your skills, right? It all starts with you, right? First slide, it all starts with you. Now we need to develop high income skills. One of the ones that's helped boom my business, The Way of the Wolf, straight line selling, Jordan Belfort, right? Learn how to run people through a straight line system. When you give a presentation, you don't want to go all over the place. You just want to go from point A to point B to point C to close. Right, run them through the straight line system. Bubble or Revolution. Okay, the present and future of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Absolute banger. It's a problem and solution book. This is where it all started for me with crypto, right? So it's going to teach you, blockchain supply management and then supply management across the world, right? So people can't track their foods and things like that, problems like that. And then there's companies like VeChain, right? I'm going to go all over this in a separate video, but Bubble or Revolution, absolute banger. I've read it twice. Highly recommend it. It's going to get you guys investing, okay? Unshakable by Tony Robbins. Okay, this is just going to teach you the financial foundations of how to build a portfolio. Okay, it's going to teach you the compound interest. It's going to teach you things like that, Rule of 72. And last, absolute bang. I don't mean to bore you guys with a little bit of a book review, but these are my recommendations. Okay, 3 things I like to invest in is in mindset, mental toughness, and business. Those are the 3 topics I like to invest in. I highly recommend you guys pick 3. Go on Amazon and just search them out. See what you find. Last, Think and Grow Rich. Speaks for itself. Just speaks for itself, right? Now, we've increased our value by reading books. We've got a couple courses. Maybe we even got a license. Okay, we increase our value. We also need to invest in ourselves. This is one of the things that you learn from 48 Laws of Power and Robert Greene, is you need to invest in your appearance. First thing people are going to do is judge you. Right? It's unfortunate, but it's just the reality. Right? Get yourself a gym membership. Okay, get yourself working out. It's going to make you feel good. Right? A lot of people don't do well because they don't feel well. Such as supplements. Get yourself some supplements. Okay, get you feeling good. Invest in your health. Invest in your clothes. Obviously not designer, but look good. Right? Look good, feel good, do good. Right? People forget about that last one. Now, once we've invested in our education, we've invested in our appearance, we've invested in our mindset. Now we're making income. Okay, so let's say you're working your job. Let's say you start at 20 grand a year, or let's say you're making 200 grand a year. This is why I love working with percentages. It doesn't matter how much you're making, the disciplines always stick. Okay, developing your own percentages. Now, before I go into what I do, okay, if 70% of what you're making goes towards your bills, 70% and more, we're in deep water. Okay, if it's 70% and more, then we need to work hard. We need to develop a side hustle. We need to develop an emergency fund. Okay, an emergency fund is six. We would put it up as 6 to 12 months of what you pay a month for your expenses. So let's say you're paying $1,000 a month in expenses. You need to develop $6,000 to $12,000. Okay, why? Because a lot of people think their job is secure. It's not. Look at the pandemic, right? How many people lost their jobs? Unemployment rate was some of the highest it's ever been, right? How many people lost their jobs, right? You need to develop an emergency fund, because what if you don't have one and you're putting 70% of what you make into your bills, 80, 90, right? Even if we can drop that 90% to 80, that's a 10% that we can free up, right? Massive. Okay, this means no Starbucks if you're there, right? Like, I know it sucks, but man, whatever. Like, you know, like save a couple bucks. We're really working on percentages. I love working with percentages. Okay. If you're 70% and above, a little recap, you need to develop an emergency fund. Okay. But let's say you're not. Let's say, you know, maybe it's 30%, 40%. This is what I personally do. And I highly recommend you guys sit down with pencil and paper and figure out your own percentages. Okay. Go into your bank statement, add up everything that comes out of your account automatically, and then put what you make, right? Find out what percentage your bills goes towards what you make, okay? Now, this is what I primarily do with my main source of income, okay? With my main source of income, 10% of it, so 10 cents out of every dollar, goes towards charity. Okay, what goes around comes around, guys. Please, this is huge, and it's a big one, okay? Because when you're making $100, you have no problem giving $10 to charity. But when you make 100 grand, giving 10 grand to charity feels like a lot, right? When you make $1 million, when you give 100 grand to charity, right? So learn these disciplines early, okay? And then we're gonna apply them. What goes around comes around. This really, really works. Okay, 10% to charity. My 10% personally goes to my mom, right? It's kind of selfish reasons, but it works for me, okay? So 10% goes to my mom. I'm trying to retire her earlier. Okay, 10%, boom, boom, boom. I'm obviously gonna give her a chunk, right? Like, we're gonna retire her completely, but this just helps. Okay, maybe get a couple $2,000, $3,000 in her bank account a month, an extra, right? She takes a few days off work. Now she only has to work 4 days instead of 7, right? Massive. This takes time, guys. Okay, this takes time, a long time, but it's all about sticking to it. Okay. The second one is savings. Okay, this isn't the savings that you're gonna hoard around like a little cockroach. This is the savings for opportunity. Okay, what do I mean by that? So if something comes up that I really like, I have the cash for it, right? Right now, if it's stock that comes up and I really, really like it, I'm like, yeah, I have 10 cents of every dollar I've been saving for that. Let's put $500 into that. Let's put $50 into that. 5,000, right? It's the same 10%. You got to work with the percentages because it's just such a good way to look at it in the long term, right? You get 100 grand, 10 grand that you can invest in anything you want, anything that comes up, right? That's big, right? That adds up. Okay, 10 cents of every dollar goes towards opportunity investment. Now, this is where we go fund. 20%, I'm going to do another video on the specific type of investment asset classes. 20%, so 20 cents out of every dollar that I make goes towards crypto. I'm going to make another video on this, like I said, where I go into where I put it. But yeah, that's where I put it. Guys, it's not going away. Go buy Bubble Revolution. Go do 1,000, not even 1,000, 100 hours worth of research. Okay, there's lots of content out there. I'm not going to start making hour videos out here, but just go check it out. Okay, and then make a decision for yourself. One of the things that's changed my life is making decisions based on my own experience. That's from Jim Rohn. Right? Go out there, experience it, feel it, and then go from there. Okay? Now, it's an independent contractor work, but I still save 20% of what I make towards taxes. Okay, why? Because let's say I don't write off enough to write off all my taxes. I have 20% there where I can put towards a different write-off. Okay, let's say I was supposed to write off 10 grand of my income and I only wrote off 8. I got 2 grand left over. Okay, let's go buy some new wheels for my car. Right off the 2 grand. Right, it's like you just use this towards a future write-off. Okay, just in case. And if you wrote off all that you needed to write off, then you just have an extra couple grand. Bro, a couple 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, like it adds up, right? It's a great strategy. I've been doing this for a few years and I really recommend it. I really like this strategy. And last, I'm fortunate enough, think the load that 40% of what I make goes towards my lifestyle. So my living expenses, okay, rent, food, car, everything, 40% goes towards it. So 40 cents out of every dollar goes towards all my living expenses. My goal right now for this year is bring it from 40 to 30, right? Let's free up another 10%, right? Free up another 10%. Where would I put it? Probably another 10% into crypto, or maybe divide it 5% into crypto, 5% more into another opportunity, right? That's the beauty of working with percentages, is you're not running, oh, I'm going to put $100 a week. No, you're running off percentages, right? Now, this is what I do with my main source of income, but a huge strategy that you need. You can't just run off a main source. Okay, go pick a course from what you've learned in the books and get licensed in it. For me, it was financial services. So you need a side hustle. Okay, you need that supplemental income to speed the process to your riches. Okay, this is crucial. Okay, let's say, you know, your job's paying you 50 grand a year. Let's say the average salary, right? Let's say 30, 40. Okay, if you can get a side hustle that gives you another 20, what are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with an extra 20 grand a year, right? So for me, this is what I would do, right? So with me, I still keep the charity, right? If I'm giving my mom 2 grand a month of my income, I'm gonna give her 4. Let's say I make another, you know, something, and I'll give her 4, right? I'm talking, like, for some people that might seem like a lot of money, but for some reason, some people that's nothing, right? Like, it all starts with the percentages, right? Like, I gave my mom $200 once. She said, "What am I gonna do with this?" Now you give her 2 grand. She's like, "Whoa," right? You keep the percentages. Now, this is a crucial one right here that most people sleep on: spending. You notice how in the one I showed you previous of my main source, I don't spend any of it, guys. I don't need these lavish things, like, you know, these trips and things like that. Like, yeah, I'll go on them, but I'll write them off, right? Like, it's a strategy. But 20% of what I make from my side hustle, I used to spend. Okay, this could literally be anything that I want. 20%. Okay, from my side hustle. Okay, not my main hustle. My main hustle is what's gonna get me rich in my portfolio, right? My side hustle is what's gonna make me wealthy, right? This is what's gonna build an 8-figure portfolio. My main hustle right now, because I'm early in my life, is just helping me get there, right? Now, double down on the savings. So instead of 10%, I put 20%, right? If I see an opportunity, I have double the amount that I'd like to have, or that I need to have, right? Crypto, I put 10% more than the other one. I put 30%, right? I'll do another video on this. And then lifestyle, I still put 30%, even though that what I primarily make from my main source of income goes towards paying all my bills. I still have another 30% from my side hustle that I add to it to start building an emergency fund. Okay, I'm already set with my emergency fund, but I add to it, right? If you have 5 months worth of bills, why not make it 8? Why not make it 12? Why not make it 16? Right? So that's what I do with my side hustle. Okay, make sure you guys let me know down in the comments if you guys have side hustles, because there's some crazy ones out there, right? There's one of my best friends. He goes to these realtors' houses and then personally trains them from their own home gym, and then they pay him a buttload. It's insane, right? Like, it's ludicrous what some people are doing, but you just need the license, right? This is why a side hustle is so important. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out here for you guys. Now, this is my 7-figure roadmap, right? 7 figures is nothing, guys. We can get there in no time, right? So that's what's gonna build wealth, right? It's only 7 figures, right? It's funny, in this little 18-20 minute video, I've shown you how I'm gonna get to 7 figures, and it's literally a little roadmap, right? So this is literally it. You know, if you're starting from nothing, just take a screenshot right here. Right? If you're just getting started, take a screenshot right there. Right? It doesn't matter where you are in life. You could be in your first source of income. Right? This could be you. You know, start by investing in yourself. Start by increasing your value with books, courses. With your income, calculate your percentages. What percentage? Grab all your bills from your bank statement, multiply that or divide that by what you make, and find out what percentage of what you make goes towards your bills. And then figure out what you're going to do with the rest, right? This is your main source. This is like your main job. Build a side hustle, right? One of my best friends wants to lay bricks, right? Fantastic side hustle, right? He's working as a lawyer, and then he's making another 50, 60 grand a year laying bricks for people. Why not, right? Add that to your wealth, right? And this is how easy it is to get to 7 figures, and I am really excited to document the process with you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and have a fantastic day. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.